changes his mind and Samoya is dangerous. 10% chance and they took it. Castile going for a local noble, probably because they squeezed Aragon like a pimple there. Jake, have you enjoyed HDQ this year? I sure have. A lot of bitter people like to say that they're getting worse every year. Well, I've really enjoyed this one, so no complaints. Not from me, at least. Okay, diseases as ever in Pest. Of course it's diseased, it's full of Hungarians. Perhaps we should go north. I don't know, south is pretty attractive as well. If I can get there without engaging his units, then that's all the more fun for me. But if he turns around, then yeah, he turned around alright. I might just keep going that way. We have free maneuver, so we should be reasonably fast. Alright, managed to avoid that, which is good. I think I will help our buddy out with this siege, at least for a wee touch. Also, I'm getting out of there, in case this all goes Pete Tong. Join our good buddies on Pest. Poland is paying off Genoa's debt. Poland's pretty generous with their money. That incorruptible scholar of theirs. Not that I can really blame them for what they're doing. Austria refuses to engage. I wonder if he's just scared. Well, he is Austrian. See, I knew that we should have demanded perfection. We got above average instead of graciously below. Alright, so you want to come and attack us in Pest? That's not so hot since we have no general there. Austria's 4 shock might come and help us out, but I wouldn't be banking on it. He's on his way to Pest. But there's a lot of backup coming in that isn't on our side. Austria does not have that glorious tech yet. Might come down to very little, so I'll throw in my own side here. We're doing good even against cavalry, which is wonderful. Try and do the best we can. Bohemia actually want us to be marrying right now. They are not actually against Austria, so might be good to keep them both in my back pocket. It's all according to plan. As long as we can wipe out Hungary. Whoa, what? Austria, we had that battle and you ran. I mean, if you really don't think we're going to make it, I'm not going to die for you as well. I didn't come here to die. I could probably slaughter those guys at the very least, but I would be leaving myself very cornered off, since these guys in Sopron could come and ruin my day. But I could also make some just real runarounds here. But annihilating that Ragusan stack, it's hardly a huge priority. But it would keep a good number of units out of my hair if I can get the wipe. What a coward. Two shreds, we say. Yeah, I should have seen this coming. I need to be able to run here, which I can, which is great. Phew. Wow, when did Austria get so cowardly? Turns out that Mayor K may return. Trust me, that makes me very happy. Alright, unfortunately for me, Austria is pulling some bizarre strats here that involve him getting himself killed. Very advanced, I must say. I think he's attaching to me now, though, which is a good option. You know, that won't get you horribly killed. Maybe. Okay, the von Habsburgs, you need to feel the Zabolskis onto your throne. Yeah, thank goodness I'm actually defending my capital here, but otherwise... Austria has this amazing way of just Vaska troops. They got manpower, thankfully. But numbers don't look positive for us here. They look positively ridiculous at this. Oh well, it is what it is, we'll still win. We have the technology. If he wants to fight in my highlands, then go for it. But once we take this siege, we can just march up and destroy him. Potentially. Potentially. We got woods, we got mountains. Could do with him going for the mountains. I mean, if he wants to go there, that's kind of fine. At least I managed to get one of these, and good. Oh, I've got 2 stacks attached to me. This is all I needed. Now I can do jiggery pokery, my favourite kind of pokery. Unfortunately, our enemy has gotten Miltech 5. Fortunately, they don't upgrade troops whilst at war. So we might just be okay here. It's just farmlands. There are better defensive areas than that for sure. But if there's anyone I'm throwing away, it's the majority of my army, not the minority. Nah, they have no shock there. It's tempting to intercept you, so you can't actually interfere here. You're going down to Samogi. That'll be 2 battles that should go our way instead of one big slaughter fest. Into farmlands, 7th, 14th, 15th. I mean, by all means, come along. This is going to be interesting. That's not very good for us, you know, Austria. Who's going to go where? That's pretty good for us. We'll get the defense. We get the -1 for the crossing here. I just hope he doesn't back up here with loads of units and cause me a lot of heartache. No, he's still going to cause me heartache though. He's going somewhere else that I don't want him. Phew. Don't worry, they're not my units dying. Nor will we be dying today. Phew. Well, it's nice to win something. But like I said, these are not our units that are going away to die here. War exhaustion shouldn't be a problem, but I don't want it building up too harshly right now. Pest should go down, so should Sopron. It's good for us that Luca is really getting joined in here. 10-1, not happening. Doesn't look like he wants to attach to me here so much. And he wants to actually own the siege of Pest. Well, it happens. Phew. I mean, we beat them back, but we didn't win. He's not being clever enough to take down my gold mine. That would be very clever of him. These are all farmlands. I don't like the fact that I have no generals on this stack. That kind of cost me before. We're locked in on this one, which is not good. I mean, he will take the crossing penalty there. And he doesn't have very good shock, but he will flank us and he has cavalry. We have no, he won't actually flank us. He'll only outnumber us. There's an important difference there. to the point where I'm actually going to back up with my own units. They shouldn't actually take much damage, but... okay, I scared the bugger off. Oh, can't say scared the bugger off without bugger off. Yeah, sure, you want to take all those malices to come and fight me, do so. But he's coming back with more. Oh well, can we get out of there? Of course we can get out of there, but I don't like how many units he has crawling in here. Perhaps we should beat a hasty retreat up to Pest here. I want him to start focusing on Zagab instead. Oh damn, Luca is getting involved now. That's a pain in the south that I could do without. I should probably be building up some more units so that I can actually contribute more to these battles. I did get a higher force limit when I declared my independence, so we'll put it to use. But yeah, those Lucans are a pain. A big old pain. Another pain is the sheer number of forts that Hungary have. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5. I didn't release myself here. But Pest will go down before too long. It's the goal of this run, Jake, wiping out Hungary. We're not happy with Hungary anymore. I think we're a long way from getting these guys out of the war as well. Yep. Yep, indeed. Austria is actually not too happy to remain in this war for much longer. I should be scared of that. Because they could just sell me out and get me killed. Also, Sung Gao occupied. Where? Oh! I guess that's where Lucca was for a while. But Lucca themselves will be out of this war kinda soon. That's good. That's very good. Well, so long as Austria don't fob up on that. There's not much point in occupying that because this fort will do it in, but there's other things that we can do. As long as the Hungarians stay busy with their own sieges. Did Bohemia just break our royal marriage? How did I imagine that? Our royal marriage with Bohemia has ended. Okay, no, they just got a new person in charge. That's okay. Nothing to worry about just yet. I'm sure the worrying will come later. I need Lucca to go down before Austria start thinking that this war is a bad idea. Not that they ever think such a thing. What is it with these guys? That was a clean hit. Alright. As long as the Austrians are at my command, and nothing can go wrong. But I need to look out pretty badly. Alright, thank goodness Pest is down. Also, very interestingly, they gave it up. I think they no longer see Pest as something that they want. Oh, they do actually. I guess they just see it's something that I should have more. They'll probably be happy with Sopron and this other province. Sadly though, Sopron is Hungarian culture. I need to wipe it out. Will you be joining the Holy German cesspool? No intention to, because this is not my stomping zone. I need to be stomping on Hungarians until they just ooze out like some, well, some really bad goulash. And helps out with your war enthusiasm, although I don't know what you're going to be doing with said enthusiasm. Maybe I will make my way around here and I'll just keep Marmas under siege so that it doesn't take those lands back. What is with these guys? You want to fight me in the hills as well when outnumbered? There's something really ballsy about the Ragusans. And you know what? I'm kind of impressed. Sorry, Ragusa, but we are better than you. Pest did not get any garrison. That's really bad because they can take it back in a heartbeat. That's really bad, actually, given what we did to take it. Should have hung around on it just a wee bit more. Alright, good, they're giving up on that. Because the Austrians want to make a move on to Slavonia. You want to go to Serzem. That's actually not a great move, but hey, it's your move to make. And Luca is just about down, right? Or is it down right? Good, you're going to deal with that. I've got this. Pest is okay. Luca is moving. Everybody's trying to jump onto that, I think. I should probably help them out too, since it's going to be a big battle. Probably. Depends if we can get our good friends out or not. We need Luca down. 21% chance. I'll take it. Nice victory. As opposed to all those bad victories that one can get. Oh, jeez, they just don't give up. What are Ragusans made of? I need to step on them and find out. Alright, I'm confident that 21% chances are... Okay, no, it's our disease. This game just makes me want to hate a lot of people. Jake, it's pronounced Pest. Is that because you go there and get Pest? Okay, we need some imported supplies. Normally I go for the mercantilism, but this isn't going to be a long-term one, so we'll just take our mill power and laugh all the way to the bank. A little while away from making any particularly good use of it, though. Diptech's still a while away. I wonder how the institutions are coming along. To shreds, you say? Still taking a while to spread over to us, I see. Okay. I mean, a good bit of money early is always good money. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe we should tech up like good, honest people. Or we could wait and save. Well, no, I mean, I'd have to splurge a lot of it anyway. We can tech with the later we can develop with the stuff later. Okay, wow, jeez, they really want to die. Just in time for our good general to, well, one of our generals to give up on us. So Austria's given up on me altogether. They're actually leaving me a bit sandwiched here. I should make some kind of fighting retreat out of here. And I hope that this stack doesn't just go south and squish my units, because we're close to that being the case. Austria's relations with me could not be much better. I'm hoping they'll be satisfied if I just give them Varast. Alternatively, they might just get out of this war. Because once I get Luca out, and once these Hungarians are completely destroyed, they might just do that, and that way I won't have to give them anything. That's risky though. It's very risky to actually just try and shuffle out the only person that's really doing a lot in this war. Speaking of such people, could the double diseased Lucans please get out of what will soon be my city? We'd appreciate it. They don't want to. Not by a long shot. Okay, this is pretty awesome. If he attaches to me, then we can go over to probably Pest and destroy them. He still only has Tech 4, but that's okay. Alright, you're out of here, Luca. You were born to be out of here. I'm taking all your money. And oh right, this is still in release, isn't it? Well, it's kind of nice that Hungary has such a useless ally, so we can keep that there. But do I not have the mission to improve my prestige somehow? No, shame. I still think that my prestige could do with going up a fair chunk, so I'm only too happy to force you out of a rivalry or two. Oh, it's worth it. Oh, they wouldn't go for that. This is beginning to be the question of how much is that prestige worth to you, and the answer is not as much as war reparations, so that's good. This is still released. Do you say next patch there will be no more end rivalry? No, I'm saying that the values are still sky high. It's pretty exploitable to just milk it for prestige. So I wanted that brought down. Okay, loads of money and a touch of prestige, and that gets Lucca out of the war, which will keep Austria in this quite a bit longer. We're back up at high because they're no longer getting sieged to hell and back by Lucca. And otherwise all is fairly well. He really wants Sopron though, he won't give up that. No chance, no how. Unfortunately, I don't think it's in my best interests to march straight into Pest and crush them. But we have 4 shock and a pretty awesome army, a 26 versus 36. I mean, I know those numbers don't look amazing, but we should be able to destroy the Hungarian stack fairly promptly. Then again, it comes with its own dangers. Let's see what he does. Alright, is he going to get locked in on that one? If he does, we could potentially crush these guys with a good shock roll. If not, we could just get out of there. Alright, well, we're locked. Oh, he was locked all along. It was just hidden under the other guy. And then he's coming straight back down to Pest, so we need this one to work out pretty well. I know Fire Phase comes first, but we're looking for some good shock here. 10 against 8 is pretty awesome. Crunch goes the Hungarian units. Now they get their back up, which is pretty bad going. And now we taste defeat. Well, that was a good battle. I'm out of here. But that was kind of what we were planning for anyway. Because what that did was reduce Austria's strength. And I'm hoping that they might just want to go away from this war themselves. Austria's all well and good, but we don't want them being too strong. Of course it did weaken us a touch, but who's keeping track of that? Oh my god, my sweet glorious country. Well, welcome, Zabihun. And I'm sorry in advance for butchering your name, but what can I say? You guys have complicated names. Alright, so just as planned, the Austrian units are coming back together. Always get your 10 to 1s, folks. Are we arriving at the same time? Always get your 10s to 1s, folks. So many farmlands around here, it's going to be great for developing. But he's a clever guy, he keeps his units close together so that he can react to when we come along and stomp him out. Now, Austria is tapped on manpower, but they're all merked up like a good subject. Or ally, rather. Yes, definitely not our subject. A while away from getting you out, aren't we? I mean, I am at the point where I could happily get my independence and grab not quite Pest for myself, and Austria wouldn't like that. Seems a lot of things Austria wouldn't like, given that they think they've contributed quite a lot to this war. I'm sure there's a lot of things that the Austrians think. Poland are still not super mad with us. And they might actually be a better avenue to go down for friendship than Bohemia. Dunno, I would have to consider that one pretty hard. I mean, who am I more scared of coming to attack me, the PLC or Bohemia? Poland also have Denmark as an ally, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Well, what I do know is that we're not exactly hurting for relations, so I'm going to marry into Poland just so they don't attack me. Meanwhile, Austria's forces, they are battered and weak. But me, I can just sneak in and take some of this other land. Whilst the Austrians maybe just hang around as backup. That's all you are, Austrians, backup. Okay, so whilst people lay into me, at least my Serbia lasted a lot longer than that one. And Hungary just doesn't know what to do with himself. I've got an idea for what he can do with himself. I'd still like to rush in and defeat him. 23, 24, 25, 26, and he's got like 34. But all we need is one good shock roll, and he is dismantled. I mean, utterly crushed. I don't like how I arrive first there. It'll be because I have that fast general. Both of them, in fact. We want Austria to arrive first with his massive force on the 3rd, and then I can roll in with a great general just after. And we probably wouldn't take any river crossing or anything either. Alright, we'll risk it for a reasonably sized biscuit. As long as you don't cause any issues with me arriving on time. That would be the worst. I don't want to arrive on time here. Oh well, I like the risk here. Let's just throw ourselves face first into an oversized Hungarian stack. Whilst we just occupy the rest of things. So fire phase comes first, but it's pretty insignificant. Looking for a good roll in the shock. 1 is not that good roll. Oh my. Unless we get something amazing on the next one. Oh, 0 is also not that good. I mean, yeah, you fought well, Austrians, just not well enough. Not nearly well enough. But it's all part of the cunning plan. Well, to be honest, having Austria leave us at this point would be terrible news. But it would still be news. Also, I forgot the money that I punched out of Lucca, most of it went towards Austria anyway, didn't it? Oh well, it did what it had to do. Now, like me, Hungary believes in getting the 10-to-1s. And unfortunately, I am just a little too slow to be getting out of there in time. We arrive at the same day, but his ID is lower than mine, so I'm gonna die. Splat. At least I'll get some manpower back. 5.9, 5.6, 6.1. So you know, it actually worked out to our benefit there. Wow, it's, I've had wars go better, I'll give you that. Alright, well this will be part of the issue. Austria is all the way over there with a good chunk of its army. If we had that 10 stack, you know, things would naturally be going swimmingly. Or we just need to have these guys really ramp up their devotion to relieving Pest. How is Jake playing Crusader Kings music in EU4? I have all the music loaded into an external media player. Even though we now did put in the music player here. I just still played in Music B. At what level of war exhaustion do you start getting worried? Me? Worried? You must be mistaken. He's being very clever with his forces here. I have to hope that he manages to get Sung Dao in a reasonable time. Damn, Hungary bringing so many units here. Now I could actually build up a reasonable amount of units of my own and bring them in, but that's not how we roll. Austria are all in on this war.